Hello, you guys. Ashley here. So I was going to be going live with Michelle Cunningham, but things did not work out for today specifically. We're going to reschedule, I'm sure, and hopefully we'll hop on again soon. But I did want to come on really fast because I actually am super excited. Some of you have probably heard me talk about it. Some of you probably maybe have not, which is totally fine. But right now, for completely free, you can get your hands on. It is 22 top network marketers, industry leaders, top recruiters who are sharing their exact scripts and strategies for completely crushing it in their business. So let me know if you're catching this live, say live or replay if you're catching the replay. And so there's tons of different strategies. So I'm going to share some tips today to help you crush it because, the other day I came on, it's one of my favorite things to talk about. But not only that, you're going to learn so many awesome strategies from different people who are crushing it. So you're going to learn Instagram strategies. I'm teaching short form video like TikToks and Reels. How many of you know that TikTok and Reels and short form videos is where it's at? Video is completely taking over and completely crushing. Say yes in the comments if you know what I'm saying, or if you are tapping into them, say I am. I would love to know. Are you tapping into short form video? Are they working for you? Are you struggling with them? Let me know in the comments. But I'm going over that. I'm going over how I was able to recruit 17 people in a month period simply from TikToks and Reels and short form videos. Some people are talking about in this recruiting course, and it's completely free. So if you want it, say me, and I'll get that to you. Some people are talking about how to recruit through relationship building, through attraction marketing, through direct prospecting and building relationships. Some it's through like Instagram or specific platforms. Maybe some might be on like, what was another one? Not YouTube, I don't think, maybe LinkedIn, but everyone is doing it different. And that's the cool thing. That's what I love because maybe one doesn't resonate with you, one personality type doesn't, but a different one does. So what's going to happen is you are going to start getting emails the day after Labor Day, and every single day you're going to get a short training. It's like 20 minutes long. So because you have to go out there, right? Like it is important to learn the strategies, but then you have to learn them and you have to go out there and implement them, because if you're not going out there and implementing them, then it's not going to grow your business. And so in 20 minutes every single day, you're going to get an email for completely free emailed out to you of one of the people, like myself included, and there's 22 of us total, with Michelle Cunningham. And we are teaching you our exact strategies on how we've been able to recruit. Some of us have been able to recruit like 10 people in a week with certain scripts. Some people like 17 in a month with certain strategies and scripts. Some people, hundreds of people. Over time, we've been able to recruit hundreds of people, and we are literally teaching you that. So you'll get an email every single day along with the scripts, along with a workbook. If you want to do the upgraded version, it's still very affordable. It's not required for you to get the training, for you to get your hands on this, but say me in the comments if you are wanting to actually get this training, because it is a course, and then it's probably going to be a paid for course moving forward. So right now you can get your hands on it for completely free, or you can upgrade for a very affordable price, and then I'm sure price is going to go up. So I'm really excited about that. But one of the things someone asked me the other day, and list your questions specifically around recruiting in the comment section, in the comments, so I can respond to those, because I would love to give you some hands-on training, because this is one of my favorite things to do. A little bit about me. I've been in the industry for 8 years. And because I joined this industry and business for earning an income online, I didn't join it for the products. I'm just being transparent. Products are important and are an important factor in the company I'm partnered with. I believe in the products. I think they're amazing. I use the products every day. Yes. But at the end of the day, I love having business conversations with people because I know how life-changing this industry has been for myself and so many others. And people are like going to bed at night looking for something, they just don't know what, and needing help and needing a solution in their lives. And I'm passionate about helping make an impact. And so I think when you go about recruiting like that, when you're looking at it like, I am literally holding a gift in my hands, and by not asking people if they're open, by not sharing this, I'm doing people a disservice. I think when you go about it with that mindset, that's when recruiting gets a lot easier. And you've got to change and shift your mindset. You've got to shift it from thinking, oh, I'm spamming people, I'm bothering people, they're never going to talk to me again. Number one, if they don't talk to you again, those were never your people to begin with. Okay. Number two, if you think it's spammy, you've probably got to work on some mindset stuff because if you're going at it with a servant heart and a servant attitude, it's not spammy. It could change someone's life. So, one tip I have for you, say pro tip in the comments section. This tip is something that's super simple, and I really feel like because how many of you go to approach someone, but then you get in your head and you're like, oh, I don't know if that sounds right. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Oh man, that kind of like might be too long, it might feel spammy, or they might think I have an ulterior motive just for saying hey to them. So if that is you, or do you struggle with getting out of the rapport building phase and going straight into like, hey, are you open to earning income online? I wanted to ask you, right? Do you struggle with that? Say yes. I do to this day still. So that's why I really don't do a whole lot of rapport building. I have strategies that have helped me cut to the chase, but still not just cold messaging, not just copy and pasting. So, number one, if you have someone you're connected with on Facebook or Instagram or whatever platform you're using, the first thing you got to do is you've got to address the elephant in the room. Say, address the elephant in the room in the comment section. I'm not seeing any comments. Are you engaging with me? Smash the heart. Or, you know what? Did you give StreamYard access? I'm not sure, but you might have to give it access so that way I can actually see your comments. But so you've got to address the elephant in the room. So what do I mean? This means if you are feeling some type of way, if you're feeling like, oh God, I don't want them to think I'm just messaging them because of this. I don't want them to think I'm just spammy or whatever, right? Then what you need to do is up front is you need to say, hey Sally, how are you doing? Look, I know this might seem kind of random. I just want to first say or address the elephant in the room that, you've been on my mind a lot lately and I've wanted to ask you something, but I was kind of hesitant because, I didn't want you to think that I'm spamming you, or I didn't want you to think like whatever, right? I didn't want things to be awkward between us at baseball or whatever, right? And so you've got to address that thing, get it out of the way, and just say, but I couldn't help but think, I think you would be so fun to work with. And when you like compliment people and you are genuine, like you're not just throwing out compliments just because they sound good, but you're being very genuine. People know when you're being genuine. And I always like to tell people, I just couldn't help but think of you because, you have such a magnetic personality and you're such a light, every room you walk into, you like light up the room. And I would find it to be so fun to partner and work with you. I was wondering if you would be open to checking out what it is I do to earn an income online. If not, no big deal. So, number one, you've got to address the elephant. If there's things that are blocking you from reaching out to people, I always tell, even in conversation and navigating through conversation, so oftentimes people are like, well, what do I say? What do I say? Because the reason why we say that is it's not really like deep down we don't know what to say. We're just like we're afraid we're going to say the wrong thing. Let me know in the comments if this resonates. If you ever been there, it's not that you don't really know what to say, like you know what to say, but you're also second guessing yourself because you don't want to lose the lead, right? Well, what I love to do is be as straightforward as possible. Like if I'm wondering what questions they have or what's holding them back from getting started or whatever, I'm going to ask them. I'm not going to sit there and wonder, right? You've got to sort through and you've got to sort quickly. You've got to be like a master sorter, right? Like sorting through the people who are interested and the people that just aren't. And if they aren't, it's not to be offended about, it's not to feel rejected. Sometimes it's just not the right time in their lives, and then sometimes it's just not a good fit, and that's okay. Everything that we see isn't a good fit for us, but it doesn't mean that we dislike the individual or we think what they're doing is a joke. It's just not a fit for us, and that is okay. And so one thing I've been doing lately that's really been helping me a lot is I am going through my friends list, go through hashtags, go through followers, and I am making genuine connections with people. And another pro tip is you've got to be growing your network on a daily basis. If you want to recruit and you want to sell more products, you've got to network. That means go out there to Facebook groups or hashtags, find people, start conversations with people, genuine conversations. People first, relationships first, business second, right? It's not all about like business, business, business all the time. That is the fastest way to like come across with like commission breath. You're going to turn people. You want to attract, not repel, right? Say that in the comments. Attract, not repel. And so by doing that, how do you do that? You build genuine relationships. People overcomplicate selling products and recruiting people. At the end of the day, be social. If you want people to be social with you, be social with them. If you want people to trust and like you, show up on social media consistently. Yeah, I'm going to say it, live videos. I mean, they may not be hopping like they used to, but you still are definitely, it's like video is the fastest way for people. Don't you feel like when you watch people on the video, you're like, oh, I feel like I kind of know them, or I vibe with them, I mesh with them. Oh my God, like we're kind of alike, you know what I mean? Like I totally like their energy and, all that you can kind of pick up. So what happens? It's the fastest way to build trust. And what happens when you build trust with people? Once someone trusts you, or once you trust people, that's when you're more inclined to do business with them, to join their team, right? It always starts with a relationship. And I shared this on a reel the other day. So oftentimes we get in our head like, oh, I don't want to reach out to that influencer. They have like thousands of followers or hundreds of thousands of followers, but here's the reality. All of us have insecurities. All of us feel like we're never like we have self-worth issues. And here's the thing, you might think their inbox is blowing up, but there could be other people just like you, if you are afraid and if you are nervous, who are too afraid to reach out to them, so their inbox isn't blowing up. And then here comes along that one person that was like brave enough just to start conversation with this person, just to comment on their, it can be as simple as commenting on their stuff. It can be as simple as just building a relationship. Doesn't have to be like so difficult. It can be showing more love on their stories, genuine conversations throughout that. Because when you show love on people's stories and you ask questions strategically, what happens? You're starting a conversation. When you're commenting on their content, what happens? Think strategically. Don't just say, oh, love that, cute. And sometimes I do it too if it's easy, but I mean it, right? But sometimes look at like, oh, wow, that's a really cool whatever, like, where did you find that? Or when people comment on my stuff, I'll ask them, or I'll thank them for engaging, and then I'll say, how's your day going? How's your week going? How are things going with you? I'm not just trying to be like a one-sided conversation. I'm trying to create a dialogue. So find ways to create a dialogue with people and find your people. And so back to what I'm doing, I'm going to my Facebook friends list. I am and I shared this a little bit the other night. I am I'm friending people that just don't look like they're my people. It's nothing personal, but some people I don't even know how we got connected. Some people we haven't talked to in like 5 or 6 years, and some people haven't posted in months, or they are totally inactive, or they're not even on Facebook. One, that's wasting your algorithm. So every time you post, go live, post a reel, your algorithm is like shoving it out to people who aren't even active on the platform. And so you want to actually be seen by people that are on the platform and your people who your content's relevant to. And so that's why I'm weeding people out. And then anyone that I haven't talked to in a long time, or have never said hey to, or whatever, I'm saying hey to these people, because we're on social media to be social. Even if you're too afraid to ask them if they're open, at least make a conversation with these people, at least build some sort of relationship. You've got to think, on social media, would you just friend someone? Would you just like walk in someone's house, for example? Like, let's use this example as if we're Facebook friends. Okay, so I'm just going to walk in someone's house, but I'm not going to talk to them. I'm not going to say hey to them. I'm not going to ask them how they're doing. I'm not going to love on any other stuff or anything like that. I'm just going to just walk in. That's basically what happens when you friend someone on Facebook and you never talk to them. You never love on their stuff. You never message them. You basically, like, you've got to think of it like in real life. Would you just walk up to someone and not say anything if you're right there in their presence? No, you're going to say hi. That's so weird. So let's be less weird on social media and treat it like more like we're in person with people and how we would actually act and talk in person. So I hope that you're finding some value in this, because I was going to go live with Michelle Cunningham, and so we're rescheduling whatever, but I just hopped on here kind of on a whim and was like, well, I'm still going to go live because my audience is still expecting me to go live, right? Because I announced it and everything else. But if you are not aware, there is a free recruiting course from 22 top network marketers and producers. I have partnered with Michelle Cunningham, and we are giving you our exact strategies, our scripts. And the cool thing is it's from all different, like strategies. Like some are utilizing short form video, myself, to recruit. Some people Instagram, some people Facebook, maybe LinkedIn, maybe building relationships, whatever that is, parties even. There's even stuff that are talking about like parties. And so if you want that same me, I'll be sure to get that to you, or message me. I want to make sure that I don't usually use StreamYard, so I'm not sure where it's telling me Facebook user. I think it just hasn't granted access to whoever it is that's commenting. So I'm not able to see on my end who's actually commenting, which is totally fine. But if you want that, it is completely free unless you do the upgraded version. You can do the upgraded version for a very small cost, and it will unlock some other things, which I totally think it's worth it. It's definitely a steal. I mean, this could be worth thousands of dollars. I mean, just think if you, if you even made, I don't know, doubled your business, got 5 more recruits on your team, it would way more replace the investment that you would get. I mean, so if your team grew and you sharpened your skill set on recruiting and you got clarity around recruiting and strategies, it'd be worth it totally. But if you don't want the paid for value, that's totally fine. Like I said, you can do the free. But anyways, I actually have a dentist appointment. I'm going for a cleaning here in a little bit. So I'm going to hop off of here. Let me know if you want that course. It is free 99, girl and guys. Okay. And if not, totally cool. I would love to help add value to your business any way that I can. Like I said, I kind of hopped on here on a whim. So I hope you still got value from this. I feel like I was a little bit all over the place because the slide was supposed to go a little bit differently today, but I still wanted to show up for you guys and offer some sort of value. Anyways, have a great weekend, and I will be on soon. All right. Bye, you guys.